In modern life, we often fail to realize that we are caught up in unrealistic expectations. These invisible pressures not only make joy and happiness fragile, but they also turn our closest relationships into sources of anxiety and disappointment. You may have found yourself in situations where emotions spiral out of control: a heartbreaking breakup, prolonged isolation from unfriendly colleagues, or unresolved family conflicts. In those tense moments, is there a way to reclaim inner peace? The answer might not lie in changing what's around you, but in transforming what's within detachment. But detachment here is not about being indifferent or avoiding issues. It's about embarking on a meaningful journey where you live each moment without being bound by the outcome. So, how can you apply this philosophy to your daily life? In this article, we will explore 7 concrete steps to learn how to detach from people and situations that disrupt your peace of mind, turning life's storms into opportunities for growth. Are you ready to embark on this journey and discover the key to unlocking your inner calm? Let's explore what lies ahead. Step 1. Establish emotional boundaries. In this turbulent life, setting clear emotional boundaries is a protective measure and a way to maintain balance in your meaningful relationships. Imagine facing pressures from work, family, or even within yourself. Negative emotions can easily flare up and overpower your reasoning, leading you to react impulsively. This is when establishing emotional boundaries becomes crucial. Stoic philosophy offers deep insights into how we can consciously manage our emotions. Instead of denying them, we must learn to accept them without letting them control our actions. For instance, if you feel angry about a minor issue at work, instead of reacting immediately, pause, take a deep breath, and think about the real reason behind that emotion. Your anger stems not just from the current situation, but also from accumulated stress. By recognizing this, you can avoid impulsive actions and maintain clarity. Moreover, establishing emotional boundaries is about protecting yourself and preserving the relationships you value. When you learn to manage your emotions, you create an environment where others feel respected and safe in their interactions. This doesn't mean suppressing your feelings, but knowing when to express them and when to hold back to avoid hurting both parties. Another example, during the COVID-19 pandemic, we witnessed the importance of physical and mental self-care. Setting emotional boundaries helps us avoid unnecessary worries while maintaining balance in life. This is especially important when you need to support others, because only when you are mentally healthy can you effectively help those around you. In summary, establishing emotional boundaries is vital in protecting your mental health and strengthening your relationships. Remember, managing emotions isn't about being indifferent or cold. It's about living more mindfully and balanced, no matter the challenges life brings. Step 2. Seek support from a trusted person. In life, there are times when we feel like we're facing the vast world alone, especially when trying to detach from stressful situations or relationships. However, even in the loneliest moments, seeking support and empathy from a trusted person can be the lifeline that keeps you grounded. Sharing with someone you trust is about soothing the soul and regaining balance in your life. Imagine dealing with a series of conflicts at work, feeling marginalized and lost. Instead of silently enduring, you reach out to an old friend you know will listen without judgment. As you open up and share your worries, you're not just seeking advice. Sharing helps you see the problem more clearly. For example, think of Alex, a young employee who just started working at a large company. Alex feels pressure to adjust to a new environment and fears failing to meet his boss's expectations. Rather than suffer in silence, Alex reaches out to an old friend, Peter, who has plenty of experience in the field. Their conversation helps Alex relieve stress and makes him realize that his worries are entirely daily and surmountable. Peter offers practical advice and reassures Alex that he is not alone on this journey. Seeking support from a trusted person helps you relieve stress and provides a new perspective on the issues you're facing. Knowing that someone is willing to listen and share with you empowers you to face life's challenges with greater strength. This isn't a sign of weakness, but a crucial part of personal growth and development. In short, don't hesitate to reach out to those you trust when you need to be heard. A heartfelt conversation can bring the relief and direction you need, helping you confidently continue your journey. Step 3. Rationally consider maintaining distance. In life, it's not always possible to stay close to everyone around us, especially when those relationships become sources of tension and negativity. Keeping a distance is sometimes necessary to protect your inner peace and maintain balance. However, this decision must be made rationally and with careful consideration. Maintaining distance doesn't mean abandoning or avoiding. It's about creating a space to breathe, reflect, and focus on what truly matters. Imagine living in a tense family environment where every conversation becomes an argument. You feel drawn into constant conflicts, never finding peace. In this situation, maintaining distance is a way to protect your mind from unnecessary stress. For instance, Sarah, a young woman living with her family, often feels pressured by her parents' expectations and criticism regarding her career path. Despite her love for her family, she realizes constant arguments leave her exhausted and erode her self-confidence. After much reflection, Sarah decides to spend less time at home and focus on building her own life. She engages in activities she enjoys, meets friends, and gradually feels relief from the burden of family pressure. In this case, maintaining distance helps Sarah reestablish balance and rediscover joy in life. She still holds her relationship with her family, but doesn't let conflicts dominate her life. This illustrates that, sometimes, we need to know when to maintain distance to preserve inner peace and personal growth. Maintaining distance isn't an act of abandonment. It's a strategy for protecting your mental and physical well-being, helping you stay grounded in difficult situations. Consider the benefits and consequences carefully, and if necessary, create a space for yourself to recharge and focus on your goals. When you act rationally, you protect yourself and create the conditions for personal growth in a more positive environment. Step 4. Reflect on the consequences of maintaining distance. Deciding to maintain distance from someone or in a situation isn't always easy, and it certainly comes with consequences that you need to consider seriously. Every action we take impacts us, not just ourselves but also those around us. So, before deciding to distance yourself, reflect on the potential outcomes. Maintaining distance can sometimes be necessary to protect your peace and mental health, but it can also lead to feelings of loneliness or even hurt those you care about. Imagine being in a stressful relationship where every conversation turns into an argument. You decide to keep your distance to regain balance temporarily, but also realize that this might make the other person feel abandoned or misunderstood. For example, May, a young woman, struggled to maintain her relationship with a close friend as they frequently clashed over their life perspectives. After many conflicts, May distances herself to avoid unnecessary arguments and protect her well-being. However, May also understands this might hurt her friend and strain their relationship. She carefully considers her actions and chooses to explain her decision clearly, hoping that both of them will have time to reflect and eventually reconnect with mutual understanding and respect. Reflecting on the consequences of maintaining distance is crucial in this process. Never underestimate the power of human connection and the impact that distance can bring. While maintaining distance is sometimes necessary for self-preservation, it's also essential to consider the long-term effects on yourself and those involved. So, before deciding, ask yourself, is this distance essential? What benefits will it bring to you and those around you? And are you prepared to face the potential consequences of this choice? When you reflect carefully and are prepared, you can make the right decision, balancing self-protection with maintaining essential relationships. Step 5. Temporarily distance yourself from that person. In intense stress, temporarily distancing yourself from someone can be the best way to defuse the situation and regain calm. When emotions run high, it's easy to get caught up in impulsive reactions that may lead to unintended consequences. Creating a temporary distance allows you time to think things through and approach the problem differently. Imagine you and a close colleague just had a heated argument at work. Both of you are upset, and every word and action only escalates the tension. In this case, continuing the conversation would only deepen misunderstandings and potentially cause lasting damage to your relationship. At this moment, creating a temporary distance, whether by pausing the conversation, taking a walk, or simply giving each other space to reflect, is essential to avoid overreacting. For example, William and Derek, two longtime colleagues, have recently been at odds over how to approach an important project. After a particularly tense meeting, they begin to argue fiercely one day. Realizing the situation is spiraling out of control, William decides to step out of the room, take a walk, and cool down. During this time, he realizes that part of his frustration stems from work pressure rather than Derek's actions. After calming down, William returns and initiates a reconciliation with Derek. As a result, they can resolve the conflict more constructively, avoiding harm to their relationship. Creating a temporary distance not only helps alleviate tension, but also provides an opportunity to reflect on the root cause of the issue. This helps you manage your emotions and improves your ability to resolve conflicts effectively. Over time, you may realize that temporarily stepping away from a stressful situation can lead to deeper understanding and a stronger foundation for your relationships. In summary, sometimes temporarily distancing yourself is not a retreat, but a wise move to protect your relationship and yourself. It gives you time to reflect, to return with a calmer mindset, ready to face the problem more clearly and rationally. Step 6. Take a break from social media to rejuvenate. In the digital age, we are constantly surrounded by information and connections from social media. However, this non-stop connectivity can also become a burden, pulling our minds into a vortex of comparison, pressure, and stress. Sometimes, the most necessary action is to step back, retreat from the virtual world, and find peace within yourself. Taking a break from social media doesn't mean disconnecting from the world. It's about giving yourself time, free from the noise and stressors, to focus on your well-being. Imagine waking up each morning, immediately grabbing your phone, and scrolling through countless updates, news, friends' posts, and perfectly curated images. All of this can make you feel like you need to keep up, achieve, or live an ideal life like everyone else. But the truth is, this only adds to your exhaustion and stress. For instance, Lisa, an office worker, spends daily on social media. She constantly felt anxious because she couldn't live the perfect life she saw online. Realizing she was trapped in an invisible race, Lisa took a week-long break from social media. During this time, she started investing in personal hobbies she had neglected, such as reading, walking, and even trying out cooking. As a result, Lisa felt more relaxed and less anxious and gradually realized that what she truly needed wasn't social media validation but inner peace. Taking a break from social media helps you escape the pressure of comparison and reconnect with yourself. You'll have time to reflect on what truly matters and focus on meaningful relationships and real-life activities. This rejuvenates your energy and improves your mood, confidence, and self-control. So, don't hesitate to take a break from social media. Give yourself the time to be quiet and to find balance in your life. When you return, you'll find that you've changed, more vital, more confident, and less affected by the pressures of the digital world. Step 7. Focus on your core needs. In the hustle and bustle of life, it's easy to neglect our basic needs. However, focusing on these needs is not just about self-care. It's the foundation for long-term balance and happiness. This isn't just about ensuring physical health and listening to and nurturing your soul. First, think about what truly matters to you. The core needs that, when met, will bring you peace and fulfillment. This might be as simple as maintaining a healthy diet, getting enough sleep, or dedicating time to personal hobbies. But more importantly, it includes caring for your mental health, such as allowing yourself to rest, relax, and reconnect with yourself. For example, Linda, a busy mother juggling work and family, often felt exhausted and stressed. She always put others' needs above her own, ignoring the warning signs from her body and mind. One day, after feeling completely drained, Linda paused everything and asked herself, "What truly matters to me?" She realized that, besides caring for her family, she needed time to care for herself. Whether it was reading, practicing yoga, or simply having a quiet moment to breathe. From that point, Linda began to schedule self-care moments into her daily routine. She found that when she was well cared for, she became more patient, happier, and more effective in caring for others. Focusing on your core needs is not selfish. It's about building a solid foundation to grow and contribute more. When you invest in your physical and mental health, you not only improve your quality of life, but also create a positive impact on those around you. Remember, self-care begins with recognizing and fulfilling your core needs. By doing so, you'll find peace within yourself and live a more meaningful life aligned with the values and goals you genuinely cherish. Conclusion: the journey to reclaim inner peace. Life is full of pressures and challenges that can quickly sweep us into a vortex of unrealistic expectations, making joy and happiness fragile. To regain inner peace, we must learn to consciously detach, manage our emotions, seek support from trusted people, and carefully consider maintaining distance when necessary. Temporarily distancing yourself from stressful people or situations, taking a break from social media, and focusing on your core needs are essential steps on this journey. Each step in this journey helps you protect your mental health and creates a favorable environment for personal growth. Setting emotional boundaries and maintaining a rational distance will help you avoid negative impacts, while seeking support and focusing on yourself will help you build a solid foundation to face life's challenges. Now, ask yourself, are you ready to apply these steps to your daily life? Start by taking one step at a time, and you'll begin to see positive changes gradually unfold. Remember, this journey is yours alone, and every action you take today will shape your future. Be bold, step out of your comfort zone, reclaim your inner peace, and live a whole and meaningful life.